Hey guys, it's Sable here, and I wanted to do a quick video and highlight some of the great things to see and do in the Smoky Mountains National Park. We just got back from Gatlinburg and I've had lots of questions on where to go, what to see, where to eat, and so I thought I would just do a quick little video and help answer some questions. Hope you enjoy. We love coming down to the Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area, and we usually come 2 to 3 times a year. It's an easy 6-hour drive from Indianapolis, so you leave first thing in the morning and you are there by lunchtime. Typically when we come to this area, we stay in a camper in between Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. However, this was a special weekend and we stayed at the Margaritaville Resort. Now this property's been open for just about 2 years and it's fantastic. The service is incredible. Everything is still really nicely kept, brand new, really clean, great location, and we loved it. Gatlinburg is a very walkable town, and that is the preferred method because it can get quite busy, especially during peak season or during a busy weekend like we experienced. There are plenty of things to see and do as you stroll along the main drag, lots of shops and restaurants and attractions and moonshine and whiskey tasting. And I would say you could walk the entire town in probably about an hour at a leisurely pace.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
One of our favorite activities is to do the moonshine and the whiskey tasting. So there are several locations along the row in Gatlinburg, but our favorite moonshine is at Sugarland, and our favorite whiskey is at Old Smoky. And each of the venues, you'll present your ID, and you pay usually $5 per person, and then you get a $5 coupon to use in the distillery on merchandise or the purchase of liquor. And you get about 13 samples for that. Once you've worked up an appetite strolling through town and shopping and whiskey tasting and seeing all that Gatlinburg has to offer, there are plenty of food and beverage options for you to enjoy. There's everything from sidewalk stands with corn dogs and cotton candy and chocolates to fine dining. There are great pizza places, wings, barbecue, breakfast. So I'm going to highlight some of our favorites and showcase what we ordered and give you a little bit of information about each of those. So you will not go hungry in Gatlinburg. Now, there are a few restaurants I did want to call out specifically that we really enjoyed, so I wanted to highlight a bit more about those. Chesapeakes is a new restaurant in Gatlinburg. It sits right along the river with beautiful views, and it's right next to Margaritaville. They have fresh seafood daily. There's a raw bar. They've got a great bourbon selection, and we enjoyed crab cakes, wonderful slaw, and this beautiful crab bisque. I would say that this is more of an upscale restaurant, at least from a price point standpoint, especially for this area, but very comfortable, very casual. The other restaurant I wanted to highlight is the Park Grill, and we've seen this restaurant for years but have never been. So we had a special occasion, made a reservation. It was a little bit busy, but it was a fantastic experience. Very comfortable, great bar area. They do have a weeknight happy hour every day, and we had fantastic food. There's a huge salad bar, and we had southern pecan chicken and a whiskey glazed salmon. Very, very good. While there's tons of things to do in Gatlinburg, you have to make sure and take some time to drive through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Visit the Nature Center, get a map, and pick out some drives and just go get lost in the park. There's so many beautiful drives along the river, so many hiking trails of all different skill sets. There are paved trails and there are completely rustic trails. And the Appalachian Trail runs through the Great Smoky Mountains as well. Just a few helpful hints as you're preparing for a trip through the park. Make sure you've got gas in the tank. There are no gas stations inside the park, so be prepared. Make sure you visit the Nature Center and pick up a park map and map out some of the driving routes. There is a likely chance that you will not have cell service throughout the park because of the remote locations and some of the elevations. So just have a paper map prepared with a general idea of where you plan to drive, and also on your navigation or CarPlay, have a map loaded so that that can continue on GPS when you lose a cell service. And if you're planning on hiking, just note the higher elevations do get quite chilly, and always let someone know where you are and expected time that you'll be coming back, just because you won't have that connection necessarily with your cell phone. And that's a wrap on this virtual vacay to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Appreciate you coming along with us, and hopefully you learned a little bit about Gatlinburg, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and the Margaritaville Resort, and hopefully gave you a little bit of inspiration and helped answer some questions for the next time you have a trip planned into Gatlinburg. So be sure to tune in again to see where the next virtual vacay will be, and thanks for coming along to Gatlinburg, Tennessee.